You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
Goof On Radio.
Or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Goof On Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
All right. Ooh, problem. Hold on. All right. I had to turn the lights on. Oh. Welcome to Goof On, everybody. Hey, sorry about that. We are going to talk about, I hope you had a good day. It's Wednesday, right? Thursday? It's Thursday the 8th. Yep. Thursday the 8th. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. We're going to have a pretty interesting time tonight. We've got some really cool videos to show. There's some news, as always, going on in the paranormal commune. Nitty. All right, let me pull some things up here. And we'll get started. Oh no, more Christopher Bledsoe? Say it ain't so, Christopher Bledsoe. You know, vetted does not appreciate. And we are now fans of vetted now. It's funny because you think all these people are friends, like they all know each other. I thought Patrick Unvetted was really, you know, in with these people. Like Gary P. Nolan, all the people he makes fun of, especially Bledsoe. He's not a big fan of Bledsoe. It's amazing. I thought he was like a bunch of those others on that side of ufology. Yeah. And apparently he's not. All right. Yeah, we are gonna I'm gonna show you a video from, I think I played it the other day, but it's part of tonight's show now. We're done with that. I think we're done with the Moomy Doomies for a minute. Yeah, I don't see us talking too much about them anymore. Do you think we should talk about the Moomy Doomies anymore? I don't think there's any reason to. What do you? Shut up, stupid. What do you want to end? You want to end it? Thank you, everybody, for hanging out tonight on the Old Echoes profile. Welcome to Goof On. All right, enough.
Goof on.
Who's here tonight? Oh, what are we talking about tonight? I just told you. And the alien creatures. Oh my god, I think I just debunked. I did. I'm pretty sure I debunked the thumbnail that I posted this show about. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. I'm a little upset about that. Yeah, you'll see. Because, you think that's a fish, right? Or some sort of alien? Look. Let me pull it up. Aliens mostly come out at night. Mostly. Huh. Let me see if I have it. What is this? Oh, there's the intro for Goof On. Oh, here it is. I got it. All right, I got it. Wait. New disturbing viral videos. Okay. Let me do it this way. Let me show you. Hold on. Where is it? Let's do this. There it is. Okay. Hold on. Pull it up. So this creature right here. See the eye? That's all this here. That's the eye is this, here. Supposedly, right? Alien looking fish captured on video. You want I am going to show you what I think it is. Can we get rid of that? Thank you. Pull that up. Now watch. Look. What do you see? That's the fish. There's a guy behind him. What are we looking at? You see, that's the fish. It opens up its mouth. Now I'll play the video. All right, I don't know what this is. Oh, it's the UFO I was going to show you. That's pretty cool. It's right after this.
A fisherman was out on one of his usual ocean trips when he experienced something he still can't explain. At some point, he took his camera and dipped it beneath the surface, probably just to capture the water or whatever marine life was around. But the moment the lens went underwater, something strange happened. Out of nowhere, a white face suddenly appeared directly in front of the camera. It wasn't a fish swimming by. It looked like a face.
Hold on. Now let's go. Oh, I'll let it play.
He's popping right into the frame for a split second. The fisherman immediately yanked the camera back up, shocked by what he'd just seen. After a moment, he lowered the camera into the water again to check if whatever that was there was still visible.
This?
But this time, nothing appeared.
It's
the water
so
was completely empty. The whole encounter lasted only a few seconds.
Yeah, because it's not real. It's a guy wearing, look here. There it is. Hey, how you doing, eh? It's me, Rocco. But is that, now watch. See, I'm not sure if it's a merman, you know, like mermaid, or it's, the mouth opened. The mouth moved. But there's something behind it. See? Is it a mask? It's gotta be, right? The arm of the person. Right? Looks pretty good. How you doing? All right, here we go. Oh. Hello, Ma. Hello? Achoo! Obviously, that's a person, right? I don't know, man. How do they get the mouth of the fish to open like this if it's on the head of a person? Do you understand? See, I'm not sure if it's not a merman. A mermaid man, dude. Because if it's a guy wearing a mask, how does the mouth move the way it do?
Probably just a cat.
The way it do. Watch. What's that? Here it comes. It's coming.
Wound, but the
With the mouth, I don't understand. Are they wearing it? All right, now watch the mouth. Does it change or is it always the same? And right here it opens. No? Is it always the same? It never. See, it's opening right there. Hello? Ma? Ma? Oh, I don't know.
something strange happened. Out of nowhere, a white face suddenly appeared directly in front of the camera. It wasn't a fish swimming by. It looked like a face popping right into the frame for a split second. The fisherman immediately yanked the camera back up, shocked by what he'd just seen. After a moment, he lowered the camera into the water again to check if whatever that was there was still visible. But this time, nothing appeared. The water was completely empty.
Yeah, you see? That's what I'm talking about. I'm going to call it a fake because I saw the body of a person. So I can't say it's real. Although I like it. I think it's nice. And maybe it is a merman. But I just can't do it. I can't actually condone that behavior. Okay. There's something else here. Look. Somebody recorded that. I'm joking.
A passenger on a commercial flight shared a video that has sparked a lot of conversation.
This is pretty cool.
While looking out of the window,
This is
they
cool.
noticed something unusual
This is
streak
good.
past the plane. If you watch closely, you can see an object shoot into the frame. Just before it gets near the aircraft, it performs a full somersault in the air, then takes off at a speed that looks far beyond anything commercial or man-made. There are no visible wings, no blinking lights, and no structure you would normally expect from a craft. What really unsettles people is how controlled the movement appears. Debris or balloons tend to tumble and drift. This object flips once with precision and then fires away as if it has its own propulsion system. Some viewers...
This has to be the silliest commentary I've heard. First of all, the plane is doing freaking 500 miles an hour, right? How does this person know for a fact that a tumbling object was spinning with precision? Yeah, get out of here with that. And it took off? How do you know it took off?
Structure you would normally expect from a craft. What really unsettles people is how controlled the movement appears.
What control? The plane is going by and I mean, they try to make things sound like they're incredibly smart, and it's just a tumbling freaking object that is pretty freaking cool, I got to admit. I mean, it's not, nothing to sneeze at here. It's not, I don't think it's a balloon, but I got to tell you, I don't like commentary like that.
Balloons tend to tumble and drift. This object flips once with precision and then
You
fires
don't know-
away as if it
Oh,
has it.
boy. All right, what's next? I like this
Ever
stuff.
since the entire 3i Atlas situation, people have been watching the NASA live stream with far more intensity. Every flicker of light, every drifting object, every tiny movement in the frame is now put under the microscope. But for all the attention, NASA and most viewers usually dismiss these visuals as space debris, ice particles, or simple reflections from the lens. But on November the 22nd, one viewer noticed something that didn't match any of the usual explanations. While watching the live feed, she spotted an object moving slowly across the screen. This one didn't look like debris at all. It had a clear triangular pattern of lights. People immediately pointed out that the triangular-shaped UFOs have been reported many times in modern UAP sightings. This alone was enough to ignite discussion. Some viewers believe the object could be an unidentified craft, others insist it might be debris drifting in a way that only appears organized. Even so, the timing of the sighting and the unusual shape of the lights have left many people wondering, what do you think NASA's live stream truly captured that day?
I don't know. Hold on. Hey, what are you doing? Let's go back one more. Hold on.
Craft, others insist it might be debris drifting in a way that only appears organized. Even so, the timing of the sighting and the unusual shape of the lights have left many people wondering, what do you think NASA's live stream truly captured that day?
I don't understand. Why did it go out like that? That's weird. See that? That is so bizarre. That's wild. That's bizarro. There's so many things, speaking of NASA, did you hear that they have this astronaut, like they're poised for an emergency evacuation of the International Space Station as an astronaut is in danger? They won't even tell us who. No, it's not a Chinese astronaut named Who. They won't say who it is. It's really stupid. It is. Why? That keeps happening. So NASA is weighing in whether or not to evacuate crew from the ISS over an undisclosed medical issue. Undisclosed. A NASA spokesperson said an unnamed astronaut is currently experiencing a medical concern. I can't speak. Though noted that they are in stable condition. NASA announced Wednesday that it proposed a spacewalk outside the ISS scheduled to occur Thursday because of an unmanned astronaut medical condition. Okay. The agency is monitoring a medical condition with a crew member that arose Wednesday afternoon aboard the orbital complex. NASA officials said, due to medical privacy, it is not appropriate for NASSholes to share more details about the crew member. The situation is stable. NASA will share additional details, including a new date for the upcoming spacewalk later. My thing is, they won't even tell us the name of the person who's got this medical condition. Why? They're saying, oh, we want to protect them. It's their issue. But if you said Nancy Rogers, the woman astronaut on the ISS, has a yeast infection, I'd like to know. We'd like to know if that's the medical condition. Stacy's tampon is loose and wondering, what? How did that get out? Say what? This is why you can't have women astronauts. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. We shouldn't, though. All right. Just because. You have to have women in space. You got to know how their body's going to react as well as the perfection of the man's body. You got to try to meet up and match the man's perfect genetic makeup. I'm joking. Calm down. They mostly come out at night. Mostly. I like Newt. You can never have enough Newt in your life.
It'll be dark soon, and they mostly come at night. Mostly.
Didn't you put her in charge? I love that part.
It wasn't your fault.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over. What the fuck are we gonna do now? What are we gonna do?
Maybe we could build a fire, sing a couple of songs, huh? Why don't we try that?
We better get back, because it'll be dark soon, and they mostly come at night. Mostly.
Pull yourself together, Hicks. Remember, he loses his mind. I can't believe he's dead. That sucks. He was in so many good movies. It sucks. Newt was only in one movie. Did you know the backstory about Newt? Yeah. She wasn't even an actress. She did that one movie. That was it. That's it. Millionaire. No, I don't know. But that's all she did. Pretty weird, right? All right. And they mostly come out at night. Mostly. All right. Let's get ready. We've got a lot of work to do, and NASA won't even help their crew. The Lou crew. Lou. Oh, I already have it up? Right. Oh, right. Let's get back to Bledsoe now. Now, I know I've played some things already. I'm playing them again, but not. I'm only going to play one clip, and then the rest is all different. This is from Vetted. I want to get back on that Bledsoe bullshit rant that I don't think I'm going to stop. I think Bledsoe needs to be banned from ufology. No, really. I'm not kidding. How do you do that? Nobody's ever been banned. But why would the government talk to him is what bothers me. Like, I know that the government sucks, and it sucks horribly. And I think it was the CIA that talked to him, that, like, what credibility is he bringing? Nothing. It's weird that they're giving this guy a spotlight, a center stage for a guy who communicates. Why not Anjali? Much better than him. This guy shows us shit that is stars and calls them UFOs because he's so fucking mental. Sorry. Because he is. He's a mental case, in my opinion. Yeah. He's very delusional. Let's just put it that way. I hate it. I just hate it. It's wrong on every level. It's just wrong what he's doing. It's wrong on every level. And people fall for it. And I have yet to see one good thing from him. One. Just give me one good UFO. Show me the white lady. Show me her. You don't even have a name for her. She's known as the white. Shut the front door. There's a reason you don't give her a name. Right? Because, my God, what if she's for real? Then she has a name and I didn't know it. I'd be screwed. So I'm just going to call her something bland like, it's a white lady. Just call her Karen.
I had to say recently on his podcast, Bledsoe said so.
Oh, come on, Ryan. You're being so harsh. Believe the witness. Believe the experiencer. No, I don't give a shit. I don't know. I just don't find any genuine reason to accept that any of that stuff is real.
And why should we believe you? Oh, my God.
It was, all of the abduction stories where they take your semen or your eggs, or, they put a baby inside of you like some, genetic hybrid program. And that was the only thing of the time. And we stood out. We were like a voice in the wilderness saying, hey, actually, it's spiritual.
Oh my God. You weren't the first. You weren't the only, you lunatic.
Maybe you guys are all wrong. Maybe you guys are the freaking crazy ones.
You are.
We're not crazy. This
yes,
is
you
real.
Are.
You
see, everybody's calling them crazy because they are. They're delusional. Delusional. Sorry, not sorry. I don't care. Why do I say sorry? I'm not sorry for anything.
NASA's knocking on our freaking door. Whether it's a gray, whether it's a reptilian, whether it's a mantis, whether it's X number of...
Yeah. Whether we have evidence or not, our story's better than yours, so it's real. That's all this is. Our story's cool. And it's me and my daddy. Ooh, it's a family organization. That's great. When your dad is abducted, you get the inheritance. Smart. Stupid.
That people, say that they experience. This is psychic phenomenon. This is mental phenomenon. These are not...
He said it, not me. He said it. He said it. Oh, I did say it. It's a mental phenomenon. That's right, Chief. You've got it right. Look at the middle finger. Who uses the middle finger to point at themselves? Satan lovers. I believe these people are Satan lovers. Look at this in the background. What's this? Satan. Satan. What the hell is this shit? That's not the white lady. That looks like a black lady holding another black thing. A person. Don't trust the Bledsoes. I bet you they're evil. I bet you they're demons. I want to see Anjali and Bledsoe in the same room talking to their white lady and their mysterious cave dwellers. That's what I want. I want to see that conversation happen. I want them to sit there, talk to their aliens and their white lady in the same room and just let them go at it. Who's better at this than me? Who's the best? Who's more real? Who's got the better story? Who's got the evidence? Who do you believe? Do you believe? Should you believe?
Physical beings walking around in our world, right? The only beings that have the permission and the capacity to walk around in our world are the beings of light, the ones that the Bledsoes have been shouting at the rooftops.
Oh my God. Wow. Oh boy. They really have been shouting at the rooftops, that's for sure.
About the ones that we've been dealing with.
So apparently Ryan Bledsoe and his family, the Bledsoes, they're the only right ones.
My God. I can't believe he said that. It may have been a subliminal thing, but no, it's obvious, right? They're the only ones.
Else is right. All you people who've had, alien encounters, experiences, abductions, all of
fake.
that, you're wrong.
Right.
You don't give a shit, like he just said. So I guess that's where I'm taking the aim from. If Ryan can say that, then I can say what I'm saying, right?
That's right, Patrick. You tell him. That is his name, right? You tell him, V. That's right. You're going to shout at us that way. You're going to treat all of us experiencers and UFO hunters and alien hunters. We're all just imagining it, and you're the right. See, when people think that they're the right and everybody else is wrong, that's called a delusion. Get it? Got it. Good.
Don't believe the Bledsoes, right? Hey, I'm saying the same thing they are, right? So if you're going to be mad at me, then you got to be mad at them for saying that, right? That's just how that goes, right? Ryan has no problem speaking his mind about what he believes. Hey, me neither, right? I'll tell you who's full of shit, Ryan. The Bledsoes. Yeah, I said it, right? I'm sorry. Gonna get a ton of hate for this. I don't.
Wow. Really? I gotta tell you. Congratulations, Patrick. That is his name, right? Congratulations, Vetted. You are now me. Good for him. See, I'm learning a lot from Patrick. Yeah. The way he does it. Yeah. Goofon might be doing what Patrick's doing. We are. We're going to make videos like him. I like it. I think he does a great job. I think I can do a good job. This has been an interesting episode, too, because I'm really shocked to hear him say such stuff. Maybe it's because I haven't followed him for this whole time up until recently. Maybe I thought he was a certain way. He is. He's doing it right, I think. I mean, maybe I was wrong about Vetted a while back.
Care, right? Again, they're separating themselves, saying that they're the only ones seeing the truth and everyone else is full of shit.
Yeah.
But they're the ones with the real, right?
Yeah.
knowledge and what they're seeing is right. And they're not the crazy ones. You're the crazy one. Well, wait a second.
I got to tell you, I can't believe I know I watched this, but I watched it one time a few days ago. This is crazy. It's crazy. He's saying the same things. Maybe it's subliminal. 2026 is the year we awaken to the truth, says Ryan Bledsoe. Orb, supernatural beings are actually here paying attention to us. That has got to be the most 8th grade thing you could say about aliens. They're watching us. They're here paying attention to me. Anyone can see this. No, only you guys. And there is countless evidence. No, not by you guys. I'm still waiting to see evidence of a gray or reptilian behind conjecture and appeal to the government authority. And I'm still waiting to see the white bitch. Where's the white lady? Bring her forward, cowards. Oh, she won't come forward. She can't be seen through technology. You could only see her in your mind. Oh, nice loophole. Remember that word, loophole. We're going to use it again.
We haven't figured out what this is. We're all trying to figure this out. Nobody's got the truth. Nobody's got the answers. And anyone proclaiming to have all the answers, that's the one you need to be worried about. So, Ryan, sorry, it sounds nutty, but that's what's happened. These people have been pumped up to believe they're special. They've been put on a pedestal to be, made to feel better than you. And they know better than you, right?
And you want to know why? I'm so stupid myself sometimes. Do you want to know why they're giving Bledsoe the limelight? I'm so stupid. Do you guys know why? Because it's bullshit. Let the guy have the limelight. We'll even go talk to him, the CIA. We'll even go make this guy feel like he's doing something important. This is exactly what Rick Doty did. What was that guy's name? Benowitz? Something I don't know. Paul Ben? No, wait. Whom? Well, you know what Richard Doty did, right? He did this. That's what they're doing to Bledsoe. The government's using their same tactics with Bledsoe. The Bledsoes, let's say. How funny. They're prepping him up to make him think he's something special when in all reality, that's why Ryan, the son, is so confident that him and his father have the answer to everything because they've been looked at by the government. Ooh. Do you know how stupid the government is when it comes to this stuff? Like, you might as well have grandma and grandpa come over and investigate with you. Oh, what's this? Oh, I don't know what a Mel meter is. Mel?
I don't know if abductions are real or not, but what I do know is telling them that they're full of shit and they're crazy, that's stupid. We don't know the answers. It could very well be the truth. And you are the crazy one, right? What are we talking about? People have seen all kinds of things across all cultures, across all times. You're telling me they're all full of shit, but your little family is the only one that's got the truth? Sorry, I don't buy it. I just don't buy it. And then Ryan puts out this tweet. Truth is coming out. This is our year. And he just put that out. So 2026, the truth's coming out. This is their year, y'all. Right? 2027, it should all be done. Right?
If it doesn't happen this year, then do we get... No, you ban them now. Nobody cares. That's how you show the Bledsoes no, you don't care. Everybody should just forget them.
Right? There should be no more truth to come out because it'll all come out this year.
Right.
That's it. And everything they've said before was not truth. Wait, what? Again,
that's how stupid the Bledsoes are. The truth's coming out this year. Oh, what about all the other? No, all fake.
Talking these weird philosophical, they sound good. They're good sound bites, but they don't mean anything.
Right.
It's literally nothing, right? It means nothing. And then Ryan Bledsoe also responded to this tweet. We have entered into a new age of ufology. UFO, UAP disclosures moving forward. It's okay if you don't believe, but you will be left behind. And Ryan Bledsoe responds, leave them be. Truth is not for the weak mind or the faint of heart. What? What are you talking about? You don't even speak the truth. It's called projection, Ryan.
Oh my God, I was thinking the same thing. This is amazing.
But truth is not for the weak. I thought truth is coming. If the truth is coming, what does it matter? If you're weak-minded, strong-minded, any-minded. The truth is the truth, right?
Isn't that funny? God, Patrick's killing it today. Or yesterday. It is. It's amazing. He's right on top of this. He sees right through it. Do you? I don't know. All I know is they've got a big following of believers for some reason. And whatever they say or do, they can't do wrong. It's pretty wild stuff. It's interesting. The thing is, what bothers me about this is that I have to spend the rest of my life listening to Bledsoe. That's what bothers me. Like, let's say I've got 10 years left doing this, maybe 15. God, well, you never know. And I'm going to be here going, did you hear what Bledsoe did today? I saw the red, white, and blue lady today. You know, it's always something different. You know, he'll have a different this. He'll have a Neapolitan. I saw a Neapolitan lady. She was so nice to me. She was nice. She was strawberry, vanilla, and chocolate all rolled up into one. She tasted so good. How old are you, Chris? You 78 now? Geez, age is just a number. I'm inside the white lady's mind.
What? So you're the strong-minded ones? Everyone else is weak-minded? And forget about them. Leave them behind. Well, that sounds very Christian of you, Ryan. It's such a spiritual thing. And screw these people who don't. It's like, what? Again, this makes no sense at all. Right?
Now, I know the Bledsoes watch his show. They may not know about me. Well, maybe they do. But I sure know they are listening to this. Hey, Jar Jar, re-upped on the Celebration membership. Looky there. Thank you. Misa so happy, nappy. Wow, you said it. He said, I like what you're saying, and Darth Vader should take care of Bledsoe, right? Mika Toy. Yeah. Thank you, Jar Jar. A continuing supporter of Goof On. It's been longer than 11 months. 11 years. Thank you very much.
I'm just totally...
Oh, that's right. I forgot to mention, if you want to help support Truthology for Ufology, go to Vetted. No, that's funny, actually. Help support whoever you want. I don't care. All the links are in the show description.
Dumbfounded by these responses. But hey, if they're going to take a hardline approach against people, then I can take a hardline approach against them.
Good for him.
You've kind of opened the door, in my opinion.
That is 100% spot on. As soon as they start criticizing us, the non-believers of the Bledsoes, we definitely have, I mean, it's no holds barred now, right? The gloves are off. Why would he do that? You see, that's very dangerous for Ryan to be saying stuff like this. It is, because he hasn't done it until now. Why now? Because they are on fire. They think they are the shit. They are the cat's pajamas. I love cat's pajamas. You ever... Yeah, it's hard to fit in, but once you fit in them, oh, it's so comfortable. What did I just say?
And if it's all spiritual and it's God, right, and they're angels, why are you in the UFO world? Right? Why'd you come to the UFO world? Why aren't you in the religious world? You got to come to the UFO world to tell all these people they're crazy and stupid, right? These people buy your books. These people go to your conferences. These people go to your events, right? You're just using them.
Wow.
Right? Why don't go be in the religious world?
This is an annihilation. This is a beatdown of epic proportions in a nice way. Wow. I'm telling everybody to watch this episode of Vetted. I am going to support this like you've never seen. This is crazy. He's right about everything. Hey, if he didn't say it, I was going to. I might have. But he's doing it. And he's laying it out. This is the truth. I'm going to try to let it play out now.
Start a church. Why are you in UFO land? For what?
Right.
To tell them they're all stupid and crazy, but you're not?
Right.
I call bullshit. Let's move on because there's more.
Oh my God.
Usually I go nowhere without somebody with me. For a reason.
Wow.
Yeah. I've had some things that caused me to want to have somebody with me all the time.
What happened that caused you to want to not leave,
Here we go. What is this? The death threats. Now, I want names of the people making the death threats, if this is where it's going. I haven't seen this part.
Don't go anywhere unaccompanied.
Well, I've been threatened a few times by different ones, and I was at the PSI games this year. Psi games, I call it PSI, Psi games, and came out of a conference speaking, and when I walked out the door, this mad lady comes running up to me and tries to kidnap me.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Has something with drugs on it. Tried to get me in a van with no driver, with no tags on it. Security had to come. They had to call the law on her. Yeah, so.
Crazy.
Oh my God. Guys, listen to this. There has to be evidence of this. I will do a FOIA request for that day. I want to know what day. We've got to find out. I'm going to find out what day that was and do a FOIA request for the police body cam footage and anything else I could find, the 911 calls. Oh, yeah, I'm on it. As a matter of fact, I need somebody, just write that down in case I forget, but I'm writing it down right now. All right. I want to find out.
Crazy people.
Did he say what day? I know he gave the event, right?
Different ones, and
Caused you.
Because there's more.
usually I go nowhere without somebody with me. For a reason.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, he was at the Psy event, right? Okay.
I've had some things that caused me to want to have somebody with me all the time.
What happened that caused you to want to not leave, go anywhere unaccompanied?
Well, I've been threatened a few times by different ones, and I was at the PSI games this year. Psy games.
Okay. Maybe he can't say the name of the person, but he can. If it's true. If it's a true story and some woman did that, he for sure called the police, right? And they got a hold of her, or no, nothing happened. Nobody. Oh, okay. Oh, maybe. Yeah. I want to find the police report. I definitely want that. I'm going to have to do a little, we need to find the date that Psy thing was. That's it. And the state it was in.
I call it PSI, Psy games. And came out of a conference speaking, and when I walked out the door, this mad lady comes running up to me and tries to kidnap me.
What?
Yeah. Has something with drugs.
He's lying. He's lying. His body language is awful. Even though he's sitting. When Jesse goes, really goes, yeah. It's just the typical liars, yeah. Listen.
Here, Psy games. I call it PSI, Psy games. And came out of a conference speaking, and when I walked out the door, this mad lady comes running up to me and tries to kidnap me.
What?
Yeah. Has something with drugs on it. Tried to get me in a van with...
Had something with drugs on it. Tried to get him in a van. Look.
No driver with no tags on it. Security had to come. They had to call the law on her.
So the security, we could find out if it was like Allied Security or one of those companies there, or if it was hired on police. Sometimes, at events, they need extra help, depending.
Yeah, so.
Crazy
people.
Yeah.
So he could tell us the name if he had it, but I don't think he got it. So why isn't Jesse saying or asking, did they find her? Do you know who it is? Or none of that, no follow-up. It's weird. See, Jesse could do a lot better on his interviews. I got to tell you that. He's not curious enough for me. And seems like he holds back with Bledsoe. He does ask some hard questions, but not the ones I want.
I imagine you attract a lot of nutty people.
Big time.
So Chris Bledsoe almost gets kidnapped at this Psy games that happened in August of this past year. I almost went to this. Never heard about this. Right? I'm not saying it's not true. I'm just saying.
Right. It would have been all over the internet if it was true. He never once spoke about it. That's right. Good job. God, he's on top today.
He attracts a lot of crazies. Yeah.
Yeah, we're the crazies. That's awful, right? That even Jesse would even say that. Look, I've learned you can't say certain things. If you're going to do an interview like that with somebody that you think is, in the upper echelon of the paranormal world and ufology, don't even. You know what? Never mind.
I wonder why.
I want to start with this very interesting discussion
He's very young. I get it.
that we just kind of sparked up as you were walking in, which is you have this golden pin on your jacket. What is that pin?
Well, that pin was given me by someone everybody has read about, right? Down at Cape Canaveral, without saying names.
Okay.
And it signifies being off planet. So from what I'm told, the people that get these have been in space before.
Nobody's been in space. Going to the moon is not going, I mean, it is technically. But when you're talking about going into space, we're talking about interstellar. Everybody thinks that. Not even our solar system past the moon. I would consider space travel past the moon. I don't think going to the moon is space travel. I know it is, but it really isn't. Because you're coming right back home. If you were to go to the moon and then go somewhere else or whatever, you stop there to refuel, to fuel, I don't know, whatever. Yeah, I'm not buying that we are space dwellers yet. And I don't like this. This is ridiculous. And a lot of people think when you go 200, that's all they're going is 200 miles off into space, or the moon, 238,000 miles. People think they're like space travelers. Like even that stupid hoax with the girls and Katy Perry last year. We're astronauts. No. No.
So astronauts, pretty much.
Right.
And why do you think this person gave that pin to you?
At the time, I had no clue other than...
Who do you think it is? I'll tell you who it is. You ready? Buzz Aldrin.
What they were telling me. It involved taking me into the astronaut crew quarters and going through a whole thing because I was... In other words, when this thing first happened, this person from NASA came to my house with a backpack and a whole lot of credentials that had everything from Area 51 to the CIA and all that combined, NASA. And he tested the whole family with metal. He put a piece of metal in my hand. I was the last one to be tested.
Of course.
So all four of my kids and my wife, they all went into this one room. So she got Ryan. He got Ryan's the first one and kind of made it secret. He took Ryan into a room, tested him and said, now you go get the next person, but don't tell them. So he went out and got each person in the family, tested them with this metal. They brought me in last and I had no idea what I was doing. I sat down on the edge of the bed. It was in Ryan's room. And he put this piece of metal right here. And I said, what do you think of that? I said, well, it looks like a piece of aluminum, like a postage stamp. That size, thin.
Was it light?
Very light, yeah. It was kind of...
Anything that size of a stamp isn't going to weigh a lot, Jesse.
Kind of a dull gray. It wasn't like shiny. It was aluminum of some sort. Then he reaches in his backpack and pulls out another piece of metal that was different. And it was like aluminum foil. Looked like foil. And it wasn't crease. You couldn't crease it, but it would wrinkle, but it would hold back out.
Why couldn't Bledsoe? These things that he's talking about, you'd have to be an idiot if you don't know now, right? They're pieces from Roswell, is what he's about to say. I haven't watched this, but that's the foil that when you crunched it up and opened your hand, and it would unfurl into a flat, normal, uncrumpled state. That's why he's going. And then when you opened your hand, it'd go back to flatness. And then he's got this other piece, size of a quarter, a stamp, a dime, whatever. And, I'm pretty sure that's probably a piece from the Roswell crash is what he's going to say. And when he put these two pieces together, I saw a portal open up. No, he's not going to say that. But he's using Roswell so-called evidence for his story. Do you know why? Because so many people have talked about it over the years. Wouldn't it seem credible if a guy came over to his house and brought him that same evidence? Wouldn't that make that story seem credible to you? This is like 7th grade writing. Like, who comes up with this narrative? Like, who's thinking of this childish way of telling us, oh, right, the Bledsoes. IQs of 80 and less. I'm pretty sure now I'm going to lower that to 65. And we all know what 65 and under is. Sad. Sad that he's trying to manipulate people with Roswell evidence. All right, so here he says it crease it, but it would wrinkle, but it would open back up. Go.
But it wouldn't crease. You couldn't crease it. It would kind of roll up and then straighten out. But when he put that in this hand, it somehow or another created this current that went through where it was communicating.
I knew something was going to happen. Didn't I? I knew it. You put these two together and
part of the metal was communicating with that part of the metal.
Shut up. It was not. It wasn't. It wasn't. Prove it. Oh, you can't.
And when that happened, it caused my eyes to roll back, and
I don't know how Jesse's sitting there listening to this without acting like I am. No, I wouldn't act that way. You're right, I wouldn't, but I'm keeping my calm.
He reached up and snatched it out of my hand real quick and said, "Why you? This isn't."
Listen again.
This current that went through where it was communicating. This part of the metal was communicating with that part of the metal. And when that happened, it caused my eyes to roll back, and he reached up and snatched it out of my hand real quick and said, "Why you?" This is in the book, by the way.
Why you? That's what the guy said. Why you? Does that seem logical? He gives this Bledsoe character 2 medals. We know they're from Roswell without even saying it. Tell me this is from Roswell without actually saying it's from Roswell. Right? And then all those people who have been in contact with those medals, that hasn't happened to anybody. And yet he keeps them together, right? He snatched it out of his hand, kept them together, it sounds like, right? Snatched it out of his hands. They're still together. Why would you risk it? Oh, that's right, because it only happens to Bledsoe. Why you? Does that make sense to anybody? Why you? I guess it could make sense if it was TV.
And I had no idea what happened. He said, "Why you this close?" I said, "Excuse me, what do you mean, why me?" And he said, "Well, I would have known you were lying about being taken if you hadn't had a reaction to this." And he said, "I've only ever seen 2 others, and they were nothing like yours."
You want to know why it's only 2 others instead of 1 or more than 2? Because if you have more than 2, now you have a group of people, right? But 2 people could be on one side of the country or the world, right? Hard to get them all in the same room together. So if it's less than 2 and it's just one other person, well, that would be really weird for him to be the only other person. See, that's how you make a lie sound like you're trying to make it more realistic by throwing in bullshit numbers, which people like me are going to go, no, that's what a liar says. No, sorry. And I'm not sorry. This is awful. He is just an awful person. To make us listen to this.
You told me. So that started the next 2 or 3 years studying with them, and I'm being kind to my friend without saying his name, but you know who I'm talking about.
I know who you're talking about. Can I say who it is? Because I think it's Tim Taylor, who's a NASA mission controller.
Seriously?
Who, his name is now sort of out there, and
now it's going to get interesting because the story that Chris just told about this man named Tim Taylor, who we're going to get into here in just a second. It's at the crux of it, right? And
oh no.
And I mean, how weird is it first that this guy goes to Tim Taylor, this guy goes to Chris Bledsoe's house and then takes his children into a room alone, right? Just met this guy to show him a rock, something hard. I mean, come on, that's crazy. Why would you do that? Why would you let some stranger in your house take your kids into a room? It's just, something doesn't add up and something's super fishy. Either Chris is just so naive and ignorant that he let himself be taken by this and sort of psyoped, right, to believe he's sort of special, or he's in on it too, right? Because he can't be smart and have been psyoped like this. Not for how long it's been going on. Because as Chris states at the beginning of the Jesse Michaels interview, he's been doing this for almost 20 years. It seems like a Freudian slip there.
Yes.
Doing this. Yeah, exactly. You've been doing this. Right? Creating this aura around you, this sort of, these stories, right? And it's just built up and built up and built up. And then you talk to people and you start to get credibility just because you've hung out with people. Just like Ryan said, hey, NASA looks into us.
Right.
No, NASA doesn't look into you. People from NASA have gone to visit you and done weird shit, right? That doesn't.
Right. Okay. That clarifies it. So it's not NASA. And maybe it wasn't the CIA, but maybe a couple of guys that were curious from the CIA came over.
Mean anything. I'm sorry, but it just doesn't. Show me an official NASA program or document that shows that they're looking into you. We're spending taxpayer money on this to look into you guys, right? I'm just not convinced.
Thank God. This is great. I'm so happy that there's many people out there who feel the same way. And when we're done watching this, I haven't done it yet, but I'm curious to see what people in the comment section of this episode are saying to Patrick about his feelings and the way he's talking about Bledsoe and everything about them. This goes on for a while, guys. I could stay here for another 2 hours. But I'll keep going until I have to go.
Right? And it's just so weird. And this Tim Taylor guy is very weird, right? Because I made a video on Tim Taylor. I would say it's the most comprehensive video about Tim Taylor on the internet. Jesse talks about Tim Taylor a lot. And actually, after this Chris Bledsoe video, he talked about Tim Taylor a lot in this, but nobody's put together a video like I did. I'm going to put a link down below in the description. And it includes a lot of clips from Jesse's interviews and stuff, because Jesse is really the only other person besides myself who's talked about Tim Taylor this much, right? So I recommend checking out my video. They'll lead you to other Jesse videos that include it. I basically just brought them all together, plus interviews I've done, whatever, all kinds of stuff, right?
We will.
So, and in my video, I have videos from Tim Taylor's YouTube that you can't get anywhere, because after my video came out, he deleted all of that, right? Because I put some of them in my video, right? Which I found to be interesting. And Tim Taylor is an interesting guy in the sense that, you know what? let Jesse explain a little bit more about who Tim Taylor is.
So who is this Timothy Taylor figure showing up in Bledsoe's life? He's a mysterious rocket scientist who's done mission control for NASA since the 80s. That part is not really disputed, and it's well documented in his autobiography, Launch Fever. At one point, Tim Taylor even had a small YouTube account with videos showing his deep levels of access to NASA facilities. He's also taken people like Bledsoe through Kennedy Space Center. Religious studies professor Diana Pasulka, along with others, have said that he's worked directly with Elon Musk. But where it gets interesting is that he's also popping up in the lives of numerous UFO experiencers, claiming that he's a time traveler and works for an angel. Basically, he exists at the intersection between rigorous, real-world aerospace work and totally insane UFO lore, and that's why he's still American Alchemy's most requested guest. Some of the things that Tim Taylor told Chris would wholesale overhaul our understanding of reality, if at all true.
And what's also interesting is that Tim Taylor allegedly stopped talking to Chris Bledsoe, right? But then in this interview, he's like, no, he messaged me a couple years ago. Because again, that kind of is just interesting considering I had one of Chris Bledsoe's really good friends on, Bob McGuire. I did an interview with him where Bob told me something extraordinary about Tim Taylor and Chris Bledsoe's relationship of why they didn't talk anymore. Check this out.
Yeah, we were talking about Tim Taylor and Chris Bledsoe in that X Space. We just didn't get to it yet, but you had mentioned that potentially they were somewhere working on something, and you think maybe Tim borrowed Chris's download and started a company, kind of like yours that you did.
I don't know whether I know this. Chris helped him with some medical stuff in Tim Taylor's laboratory. And subsequent to that, Taylor made a fortune, and Chris Bledsoe got none of it.
Huh?
The implications are pretty straightforward. I just don't have the final evidence to prove it. But shortly after that, Tim Taylor broke off connection.
Oh, shortly after that, he just stopped talking to Chris Bledsoe.
Yeah, he stopped going to see him.
Huh.
Wow. Kind of like I got what I needed.
Right.
That's my suspicious former intelligence person belief.
Dude,
but I don't have the evidence to prove
that. Makes sense, though. Oh, man.
I just know that it's strange.
I agree. Yes. I agree. Do you think Tim Taylor gets downloads on his own?
Yes. Not in American Cosmic.
Let me ask a lot of you, everybody. When I first got into this, when I first started hunting for UFOs, I was out, as you guys know, over 20,000 hours. And I was out there a lot. And I really did try my own versions of CE5. I did. Dude, seriously, I did. I tried everything. Now, I don't remember ever seeing or feeling a white lady or really any presence at all. The only thing that happened to me were what I perceive as dreams, or you guys know that the two things, I'll be in your head before you wake up, and the beam in the ear and all that shit. I mean, I don't think it was dreams, but I don't have any explanation for the crop circles or grass circles that were across the street, which I still have the photographs of. It was a very strange week that week, and I don't know why I was telling you that. There was a reason for it. Oh, so why didn't I get flooded with this warm light and talking to aliens. Why didn't it happen to me? And I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear anybody say, well, you don't have the right blood type. They only talk to certain humans. If you have that upper echelon, of blood, if you're in the right, no, forgot. I was told because I'm a greaseball Italian, believe it or not, I'm Italian, and they don't like Italians. That's what I was told. That's why aliens won't abduct me, take me, show me. But after tonight, after listening to what Ryan Bledsoe said, that they're the only ones who have all the information. They're the only ones right. We're all wrong. We're all stupid. I want to know why I didn't get visited. Can anybody tell me? I'm not reading the chat room tonight, only when a video is playing. So if you say something, I might miss it in the chat room if you know why. But where's my white lady? I put in the time and the effort. I don't think there's many people out there who did what I did. Jeff Willis, perhaps, may be the only other person I know. There's a few others. I don't know their names right off. Jon Stewart, he was a guest on our show recently. He's trustworthy. But I want to know. I want to know why this shit isn't happening. With all of with all of the people claiming CE5 works, they're claiming, I can do this with my mind, or all you have to do is meditate. I'm like, you don't understand. I did all of it. I even bought the stupid CE5 book. And you know what it says in the book? It's going to take maybe the first time you make may take you 5 or 6 times. Well, after you do it 2, and then nothing happens, you don't want to do it the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th. But Greer knew when he wrote that people will get discouraged after 2 tries, which is why he put it in there. You got to keep trying. But we feel stupid even when we're alone doing this. Don't feel stupid. Do it. You're doing it for the right reason, right? You think you might be able to contact something. Do it. I'm going to try it again. I may do it on the show. Yeah, maybe around my birthday. We'll do it in March.
Diana Pasulka describes Tim Taylor getting downloads. She calls him Tyler,
Diana Pasulka describes here's what he just said.
Yes, in American Cosmic, Diana Pasulka describes Tim Taylor getting downloads. She calls him Tyler, but it's Tim Taylor.
You see, the implication is that Tim Taylor stole a download, an alien download from Chris Bledsoe. But again, I thought it wasn't aliens. I thought it was angels. Anyway, stole a download and then started a company with it and left Chris high and dry. Chris didn't seem fazed by that at all in the Jesse Michaels interview. So I don't know what's going on. Again, nothing adds up, right? And this happened after the Jesse Michaels interview came out, because Jesse put out this tweet, right, promoting his interview that he did with Chris Bledsoe, which he did a great job in the video. And I think there was a lot of points in this interview where Jesse was basically calling Chris out to his face without calling him out to his face. A representative from NASA, I guess someone that works for NASA, okay, legitimately, posted under Jesse's video and said this: I have filed a formal NASA OIG complaint reporting Mr. Timothy E. Taylor for fraud and federal ethics violations. His abuse of his NASA contractor credentials gained by his position as nothing more than an employee with the Aerospace Corporation has gotten out of hand. These lies cannot and should not continue. Timothy E. Taylor deserves to be exposed for exactly the fraud he is.
All right, we're going to stop it there. We'll stop it there. There's another 45 minutes to go. So we're going to finish it tomorrow. Yep. Yeah, I like it. I like the way Patrick has gained knowledge over the last few years and has really taken the time to learn what's going on in ufology. It's obvious he's doing his homework, and congratulations to him and Vetted for fantastic work that they've been unearthing. And that's kind of how I want GoofOn to maybe hopefully someday real soon turn into, because I do have a few episodes that I have and never posted them, so I may just put them out as members first, and then they'll go out to everybody after like a week. Now I know there are some of you who hate that vertical stream, you know, where the show is just this. Well, now YouTube has the option of doing both. And we're going to look into it and probably try doing that tomorrow. So what that means for those of you on mobile devices, you will see the vertical stream. But the way YouTube described it, it actually will fill up your whole screen now if I do it the way they tell us to do it. Because the way I was doing it with Rich Saves America was just doing it, and it's the option on my streaming platform. Well, now I can go into the YouTube studio and make it for both, and you guys will have that option. Now, if you do go on any other device that's not a mobile device, you'll see it in this version, what we are. This is the horizontal version. So I'm going to be doing both streams, and for those of you who are using the mobile device, you'll see an improvement with the bigger picture, so it won't be bad. If it's affecting the way people can see what we're showing, then we'll stop doing it, right? If I don't see anything different as far as how many people are watching, we'll go back to just doing this. I got to try new things out because they're out there, so just letting you know. You'll have the option now. Now, when I went live tonight, I didn't see just one option on my streaming platform, but I have to go to the YouTube studio to put it into effect. But anyway, I want to thank everybody for hanging out. I am going to put the link to that vetted episode in the show description, obviously, so you can watch the rest if you want. Tomorrow we'll be playing the rest. I just think it's really an interesting story. The whole Bledsoe thing just shouldn't even be what it is. It's amazing they've gotten so far with that story, and it's gotten so big, but it's also not what we think it is, and it's not exactly what the Bledsoes are telling us it is, which is why the episode here with Vetted it's really good. Shows us a little bit of what we didn't know and what I needed to know, and what's going on behind the scenes. It's pretty interesting. But tomorrow we'll finish that, and then it's the weekend. Since this is the only channel I have, I'm going to be putting up a couple of videos for us, a couple of premieres. I'm going to try doing some this weekend. You'll see. I know I say it, but I'm going to do it. So I want to. All right. That's it. So thanks for hanging out. Thank you, moderators, super chatters, newcomers, and beginners. Thank you for hanging out at GoofOn, making it a wonderful experience here in the chat. And if you ain't looking up, you ain't looking out. Oh, by the way, I found somebody made an intro called "You Ain't Looking Good." If you ain't looking up, and I forgot that I have it. I couldn't download it. I found it on my phone when I was cleaning it out, and I didn't know some of these files even existed. But I have to let you hear it. It's really good. Yeah, I don't have it now. Shit. I did have other things to talk about. Dang it. All right, we'll be back tomorrow. Be safe. Be well. Alien bless. Is that it? That's it.
Southwest's treasured sites in Christianity.
There's a new video that's looking at something making proof for not alone in the universe. UFO in the form of a bright light is descending over the dome of the rock of Jerusalem.
Go far.